Ezra 94.1.
What a night we have in store at Villa Park. The players on their way. It's the perfect home game for the 1982 European champions. The first here in this competition since 1983. Memories of Peter With and the other heroes of Rotterdam are everywhere tonight. Club legends in every sense of the word. Men who made this club's greatest night possible. And you wonder who the heroes tonight are going to be for the team in claret and blue. Here's John Duran, takes the shot, Duran! Oh, brilliant! Oh, my word!
Ezra 94.1 at Kumasi.
The 20-year-old kid from Colombia has just lit up Villa Park with a world-class finish against Bayern Munich. And just like 42 years ago, I'll say it again, Villa lead Bayern.
Wow, he's done it again. What a great run and really well seen. And then he takes it quick. Look where Neuer is. Absolute no man's land there. Terrific, what a ball. What a ball from Pau Torres. What a finish.
The finish is ridiculous, Owen.
I'll tell you what, Flesh, that finish, to even check his shoulder, that is an incredible goal from an exceptional young player.
Rogers dispossessed by Goretzka, Polinia.
Ezra 94.1.
Wonderful ball, great save. Emi Martinez, brilliant to deny Serge Gnabry. Now Rogers can take Aston Villa the other way. Great feet. Matsson's going to go running through. Upamecano gets a piece of it, and that's through to Neuer. But talk to me about the save from Martinez at the other end.
Martinez, brilliant. I mean, they're giving the ball away. They've been a bit loose in possession on the edge in the final, in a defensive third. Villa, but what a save.
Aston Villa seconds away from one of their great nights. Kimmich delivers the cross. Glanz, oh, what a save! Martinez again, and then the chance in there for Upamecano. Tell lifts it back in. Glanced behind by Duran, cleared away by Barkley, and somehow he kept that ball out. Martinez has made two gigantic saves for them.
Wow. What a save, what a reaction.
94.1 at Kumasi.
There it is, full time. It's one of Aston Villa's great nights. And the team they beat in the final in 1982, Bayern Munich, have been beaten tonight thanks to a wonder goal from John Duran at Villa Park. Emery received.
Yakuna get to the next of the live on S94.1 FM on totally your most standing Johnny Sports Station that keeps you updated on all the latest standard of events. Your ultimate tradition of retro quality will continue to set the pace for others to follow Mr. Fernand. Your tested to the next of the super into my Facebook, the super Facebook, the swap. As well as to one promotion follow. Now I shall now to message number. The making call message number. As well as to Facebook, the snow follow. Now I shall not follow to message number. The making call message now. As well to my come and maybe Pearson. That's my quick way to make it so. Now what I'm patron anyway. Report Empano and what in Mission of a yet to make the one come on. Now be Pearson. That's my quick way to make it so. And I chose the Bobo couldn't pass a Mustang. Bobo any Crowley town. Bobo couldn't do penny. Now, my man felt to the Mustang. Chose the Bobo couldn't promote it to me sound soon. I'm on Patch Crowley town. Bobo Cono. Woman take care of Paco Piam. That's what to make way. And the Amachos, the Bobo Cono. I brought you for the Copama Jamin. And to make Watana or Portugos. And the Amachos, the Bobo Cono. Already to the young Pedro June. Cannot do Jesus. To do for the young Pedro. That's what Paul Patrick. And the Machos, the Bobo couldn't come out. I'm a Pearson. Not to be quite a bomb. My man felt to the Mustang. The Bobo Cono. Woman behind closed doors. Oma man and Jenny. And be a man. Oma man cameras. Be a house. Woman Baba from to the watchers here. Eti already thing. And it's champion also Lano. Only your manager. The Machos, the Bobo Cono. The patrol tested the place. No one sampa. Or bad break a cable piano. Break a cable. And you know what your chance the Timono. Woman at my gentleman. Just a place, they bet me the year to test the team. No, I'm just the place, no so catch a coach in the side. Master Newman's at 2 or more last season. No, Oma kokota se etuma se shomunye baye etinyame atuma nye bekoye enso tomato se bobokono na no adam pacho report na yebeseka ana se no yebeseka pacho se just simple information already thing and is Jampi Alonso Lano ono enso yebane chadaba to se bobokono wo ma shere poste player bia obenye piano fei wodi apo tuma de ba to se bobokono omo to simple for my ready some omo de star players no so be already thing enso de Jampi Alonso from Patroni to the champion also so at my gentleman that amateur Bobo Conontano and report a feature Bobo Conomasia as the Paya went to Master Bobo Shafo the Atenista Manchester United Bobo Cono Wamaston let me ask your kind cover I'm a Manchester United Bobo Conomo Compo Kimono our Helsinki I'm a Biaso to Mekoye that my Manchester United Bobo Cono International Fay yet Manchester United Bobo Cono Wamo Bono Mocobono get to Comocama not for the Piason that my conkai, not for the Piasso to my party. You may rub Manchester United Bobo could have the Diltas no, the course for Manchester United. Woman Bobo could have Bram Pacho, woman and Rastam, as for the company, game and Korea, now Rastam Bobo could have matched Manchester United. At Chobocabako, Manchester United Bobo could have prayer, and your man, that's what Martin Tam, and from Manchester United Bobo could have, and Topoku Manchester United line up now. Now we are to Facebook also. Now for a to make one come on. Maybe Piason, let me conkai, and as I said, no so the war. Time a Manchester United Bobo Kono, me Patromoya warm up on. Now what the anon, that's what they are two TV this war. Now from Patria Manchester United Bobo Kono, a branch for the Andres Santos, and now for other players, a branch for the Patrick Toku, China Sapra, already to the Brian in Pomo Chachaton Masilum, what I say, already to look up for show. Woman Yachamo, Obo Pachuma, and so the Manchester United Bobo Kono, Nelson, Gadiman Tomato Tam, and former Manchester United Bobo Kono, the patron goalkeeper for the Tom Heating, and Taponimo, Lady Yoro, Estati Kemino, already King, and Harry Maguire Jacobs, I think in heaven, and I feel look for our show, to do a fellow show, and so promoting that to Mr. T. Kemino, already to the Andres Santos to the Cimento, and for Bronte and Feno, and your Fletcher, and I for Brian in Pomo Chachaton Basil, Tony Messi Mount, Patrick Toku, and I for already to the Joshua Sassi or Robosa, weighing any players from Mostati here, and about Manchester United Bobo Kono, Nelson, the Mountain Time, and former Manchester United Bobo Kono, and a rest and Bobo Kono, Manchester United Bobo Kono, Kabako, and Manchester United Bobo Kono. Almost went to my Washington report, and I saw by you went to my and so Tama we had to matter so. No one part of the Tidia, Namia to my robot next week more reported there, and when I say Capata Sabrantia, the fellow man O'Connie, or second to my robot Bobocono, Manchester United and put it from Pacho, one more paid, and so the Baba robot Boboconafe, or my has a Roman put it from a gentleman, and my branch for the man O'Connie, Wababa second, and so Tama Manchester United Bobocona, also the Pacho, a branch for the Enter to Santos Lorenco, or second about London piece in Bobocono, Manchester United paid for any agreement with a London piece in Bobocono, I'm Patrodino, may see about 50 million pounds. What I say now, so a branch of fellow enters in Cofeli Medicals, and a Manchester United paid for Machumo, and so the face out Dinamo, now reported there, and remember, second Manchester United Bobocono, Namia to my elected by next week, one must submit the same amount now. Over the London piece of Bobocono, about Pata Brantia, the thing, and so, and enters in Cofeli Medicals, no, the Pacho, about the same amount, no, and the cock of Brantia for the man of Connie, no one tells us the Canemo, and some that the Ama Robber Bobo could have said appear, and never some never to Macquay, and so Tama Manchester United Bobo couldn't in a mere tuma, lettered by next week, no, Manchester United Bobocono, the Patron Norman, about to pay Eddie Roma for the signature for Brantia for the man of Connie. And team, the reporter, that's so far. You want to buy a for life on your quarter supermarket 94.1 FM starting the pace for others to follow me. Patron, me Roma World Cup with them all. May a quite report and so to free World Cup with them all. My country say England for no. One more any Argentina for me Patron problem pa. And just to talk about Omokoku Island behold. Amasa Island no England for no conquer. Argentina for no you for the Falkland na me patro sa Falkland no every wo be pem sa play and tokwa the manson enter Britain and of Argentina for time na nyen toka ketwa kura na nan one time me patro bu share ya na fa Argentina for wo mo echi in Ghana state to the trouble come no wo mo to pa koko fan se be press the pie e man patro wo ma they tell the same gra for obu pofu pa na they tell the same me patro ke be ko wi ye Argentina for the presenting flag be I will pay to this one me patro mo patro say in Ghana state to na say in gra for them master so omo bomo no ma konka afa Falkland Argentina for no wo patro say wo mo so abomo na wo US abonte so and it just say man say necessary Ireland no Argentina for what you say e ma te so mo ke kan se me play and some go dey fa in gra for ho na me patro report and me say ka patro Argentina for wo mo try ka ta stand come FIFA for the first na me atom na se me patro mo World Cup no finals ni wiene so botin kunuma o mo possible president sa Falkland flag no and so our picture so na fem patro mo dey campaign about Argentina for no na say boy England for so reti said be sa nyama we any so FIFA for the 42 na so patro yakoba nyina no FIFA for the kwakwajatum Artist na me atuma me patro on Sunday so bo we ni aso di tia Spain na say team na Argentina for no me patro be present the Falkland flag meaning say me patro South Falkland no ayobotia na some ke talk continue report na so pa etopoku me ya report no na fa yente de koso abra FIFA for I grant Argentina for the say me patro the power and I said your opinion to also express the opinion e we World Cup muti yankotie
quite the controversy because some players celebrated with a banner about the Falkland Islands. There was talk about possible suspensions for the final. Has there been any update on that at all?
Well, there is zero suspensions for the Argentina players. Basically what FIFA have been doing is trying to keep very, very quiet and wait until the final is out of the way before deciding what kind of action they are going to take. Actually, the Argentina player...
And Cave, Argentina's celebrations after that win over England caused quite the controversy because some players celebrated with a banner about the Falkland Islands. There was talk about possible suspensions for the final. Has there been any update on that at all?
Well, there is zero suspensions for the Argentina players. Basically what FIFA have been doing is trying to keep very, very quiet and wait until the final is out of the way before deciding what kind of action they are going to take. Actually, the Argentina players had some encouragement in New York yesterday to display that banner again after the game tomorrow, especially if they win the game, because the head of the White House FIFA task force, Andrew Giuliani, was asked about the fact that Argentina players displayed that banner in Atlanta on Wednesday, and he was asked whether he had a problem with it, and he said pretty much no, not really. Everyone's allowed to express their opinion, and here in the United States we have freedom of speech. It's protected by the First Amendment. Now, I understand what he's saying, but I'm not sure if he knows FIFA's rules, because FIFA's rules ban all political messaging at games. So let's wait and see what happens after the game tomorrow, because the Argentina players still have that banner. I saw a member of their backroom staff fold the banner and take it away with him after the game against England on Wednesday.
Flag generated controversy ahead of the game against Spain. National team now at the grand finale of the 2026 Mundial game with you, and then we also talk we have to mention so now mommy already did David Joseph Robert Beckham to do for the David Beckham, and so a former captain of the English national team now says so Inter Miami Bobo Kudima one on the air manager now was already did a line on Messi, and so see about Inter Miami Bobo Kuno no na Yakubu already did David Beckham so World Cup no country by or person already did David Beckham so or person Messi at the World Cup no team am England for the papa am patron no that club England for the no Masa said you must see who already did David Beckham no now some Ketoka and to young Kotia Saman already thing and so the David Joseph Robert Beckham or no your Panini Edinburgh Inter Miami and they took the head of the game against the Spaniard national team.
I don't know who's going to win. I want Lionel to do incredibly well because he's an exceptional person and player and he plays for our team. But, you know, Spain are going to be tough to play against. So I'm not going to say who I think's going to win. I'm just going to sit on the fence and enjoy the game as a, you know, as a fan.
Yeah. It wasn't a prediction. No.
I'm going to sit on the fence. I don't know who's going to win. I want Lionel to do incredibly well because he's an exceptional person and player and he plays for our team. But, you know, Spain are going to be tough to play against. So I'm not going to say who I think's going to win. I'm just going to sit on the fence and enjoy the game as a, you know, as a fan.
Yeah.
Robert Beckham, oh no, oh yeah, Panini Edinburgh Inter Miami Bobo could have someone yet to the head of the game against Spain. And he went to my and so Edinburgh we had to the so young consumer from not for young fans somebody be somra now Pacho I about World Cup on once about and yet that's what just your team could also get to come out World Cup on Yamia Tuma me Pacho the grand finale of the World Cup no me Pacho a game between Spain and Argentina and me Pacho second way report and remember second Pacho said the cheapest ticket that will be on sale. Now me and too much now about $8,000. $8,000. I know the cheapest tickets for the me and too much the grand finale no what I sent in Pacho Stadium no arena ne bia ne prices. And media two TV national poku me that say eti biamo kakra na fa bi Pacho yenhwe ticket no ne prices no baby a better bia won the price I bet you all say a people there ay 19,000 ay a people so there saying $19,000 $13,000 ay $34,000 $12,000 now some good talk Pacho way ay nyami atomo stadium you dey put the grand finale of the World Cup no the Pacho way there the indications on the paper but be about to be our price over $15,000 $13,000 $23,000 $34,000 $36,000 $15,000 $14,000 $13,000 $12,000 wow and amazing. Now some can talk continue World Cup no nyamia tuma otina meka to say FIFA pay for sa World Cup way and expect us obo generate between $13 billion and $16 billion. And no yesika I expect us FIFA pay for ebe generate na fa bi piasum etubakwe enti ani report of World Cup no mo and so the pa ye wetuma so to mo for poku mame the start between Argentina and our Spain national team no na yan say players obu sekan edema Spain national team no and our players obu sekan and so edema the Atlanta national team no me patria pair the top scorer between the two two teams ni me original one and edema se ball goals player play the club ball goals on the part of Argentina no e already didn't line no Andres Messi Coutinho Leo El Distinto na Poga Tomica do not feel no Messi. What I say was okra 8 goals our World Cup anymore. Ora anything and Mikel Oyarzabal Ugarte. And so 5 goals in the part of Spain. Okay, Yanko top assist. The okra most assists between the two. Abrante for the Tani Omo. I will 2 assists. Spain for the Duetman, yeah, a lot of assists. Abrante for the Mikel Oyarzabal. The Pacho Onon Kamba, yeah, top assists media. And Abrante for the Tani Omo okra 2. Messi got 4 assists in the World Cup and we are involved in 12 goals. So far, our World Cup no and the Argentina for no. The Pacho Yanko goals and assists combined. Abrante for the Mikel Oyarzabal Ugarte Ekra 6 goals and an assist combined. 6 goals and assists. What I say in terms of goals, any assists, Okabuba, Okra 6 contributions. What has already taken Lionel Messi, the Pachoka the goals and an assist, Boba, Okra 12 contributions. The Pachoka 8 goals, I make it 4 assists. The Pachoyanko successful dribbles in terms of your dribbles. The Pacho Argentina side no, Okra Messi, Okra 3.5 and that's a 3.6. One Salami Yamal, Okra 4.0. Now Salami Yamal in terms of your dribbles per 90 minutes. Our World Cup open player, we are very skillful. I'm a Patrocra, the most successful dribbles. Our World Cup and you already think and then Lami Jamal and Panama's law or second pass a mobile could Messi and the Tosu and Messi 3.6. What I say no, like a kind of super in terms of your key passes. Okwa Argentina for the far and your Messi. Me Patro key passes. Okra 26. Abrante for Alex Brenner and a crack key passes. Our Spain not set to last year. Okra 10 key passes. After chances created. Already till on Messi. World Cup people were created chances. Marco 25 chances created by Lionel Messi. Our World Cup for Argentina. Ora Aditina Alex Brenner. On the Susia Academy Spain. On the Sukra 10 chances created. After we put already created Omo. In terms of your big chances created. Our World Cup me pato Danny Omo 3. Argentina for the side, Korea and your Messi. Until the most important stars in the game. Our World Cup for Argentina, Nina Messi, where your top scorer, where your top assist, in terms of goals contribution, in terms of your dribbles, in terms of your key passes, chances created. After big chances created, Messi 8. What I say? It's Messi numbers near our World Cup and that's a good talker. It be a defense. And will be better to know, say, be a young tackle your ball, and on and will be better to Messi. Our Argentina national team, Nina, your Messi. Until you can't Argentina and one Messi, until you report to the sopa, a free Argentina for Australia, and so the part you want to man, that's what we have to better so. Life for the court is super Qatar, 94.1 FM, setting the pace for Antastra for me, Patrick, because so from now for the somebody be swapper, I'm going to be Pearson, not to make way to better so. The Patrick Yanko, not for Yanko for already thing, and a criminality Gianni Infantino, or no, I your president, as what the FIFA. Me patro for the video no for two TV so now me patro no wa president already telling Donald Trump His Excellency Donald Trump no and your president Edema America wa papa papa so wa say wo pe obia me patro ewiase wa ye so kind ewiase me patro pe the pastor no brand ho ase no do the pa na fe owo person Edema obia and you already think any Donald Trump was it Donald Trump an incredible human being or but a pastor say one couple of men successful and you already think any Donald Trump what I said the president of America that you got to already think any Gianni Infantino criminality FIFA president
times. It is the greatest human, social and cultural event that mankind has ever witnessed and seen, and we are all part of it, and for this I thank you very much, Mr. President. Thanks for having us here. There is one more game to go, two more games, the bronze medal tomorrow, and between England and France, of course, and the great final between Argentina and Spain. One country will be the world champion, but the world has already won. America has won, FIFA has won, and uniting the world in such a way as we did this summer, giving unforgettable experiences and memories to millions, to billions of people all over the world, is something that we will take with us and cherish forever. Thank you, Mr. President.
The FIFA president already to Gianni Infantino and some of their to concerning His Excellency Donald Trump, the president of America, and what microphone His Excellency Donald Trump, me patron Donald Trump, as well as some at Atuja. Now, orchestra or Tissi England for the more. Was it game now England for the Argentina for the body? No, what was your mistake? Was on orchestra done for the Atlantic for the Hurricane? When a hurricane the poke off. Now, Hurricane, or the defender, Argentina person used to Hurricane. Was a hurricane dropping brutally? Nothing. What made defend it? And when a costly England for no. Emma Argentina for the qualifier to the grand finale of the competition. His Excellency Donald Trump.
He is Harry, who's been fantastic. I think they perhaps made a mistake when they made him a defensive player. What do I know about soccer? they took the league and they took their best player and then put him on defense. Then somehow, we got to be a little offensive, right? But no, I'm not going to call it. Look, what do I know about coaching? But that was a little unusual. But Harry is a great guy, actually. You have a great player in England.
Yes, and he already did it to Donald Trump, so the remarks concerning the Atlanta national team and the English team, no, and some me patroni tuja, ye want to ma, and so tama, we have to maintain us live on Ezra 94.1 FM. Me constable from now from the 70 be swap by be Piaston, yet my way way to maintain us all. Me patron seven brother air, what you say, Mamma could pass some more could I say, Mamma, I plant you for the Karima tell me, where you put a second about pass some more could report and you mistake and answer, and then remember second part as a Yamia to my legend by next week, and I pass some more could be official announcement, sir. I planted the thing and a Karima tell me patron Pomatin, that's what to master the planted where you play at my pass some more cono, not for what to my paron to my, and my planted, that's what to my trust for Tuma, at the Amma pass some more could have the reason here, pass some more could have your official announcement concerning a planted for the Carib at me, and ye already tell one porter, some of say, Papano, our US Abretimama, when Joy woke up on what the support and so the man pass the players are, or more average the grand finale of the World Cup. Me patron, come on, let my get to my cover, and I must pay not let to know, not for me, Piason, let my quainty already thing, and so I know one porter that me to my letter by Tuesday, or Papa Juice Pain, and me patron, but Juice Pain, not for what my boy, not for what my power frontier, Lieutenant Karim, I tell you, me on to my, not for me, Piason, not my quaint to my pastor Mobocono, and tell you, reporter, that's so far, if you pass the Mobocono, Master, and so the part you went to my soul to my Mosafo, Mamma, I brought you for Rafael Diaz Payoli. To know for the Rafina. Osia kind also at the Emma Pastor Mobocono. The patron of Fatu was there, Nansen Simba taught us a branch for Rafina, or Pasofi Pastor for Kosia kind, and was Saudi Arabia Prolicimo, and for the work up Poroko Wapo, and the Pastor Nasty to Monument to Manque, and from a branch for Rafina. I'm a Rafina Copri. Rafina, yeah, the patron in the picture, no, one again, one more enjoy in your Sakatoka. Now we boost us and they know what was saying, and you're free of flats, okay. Until Rafina. Enjoy holidays ne kama or recharge the batteries instead of beer. Na me antuma no patra brante na sube to return na for ba to so potuma and so to pass the boboko no patra sa na me antuma to no to be fit na for the plan so echo no ba to so ga yatuma and so to pass the boboko no patra report there and we say ka patra say possible sir already take Rafinha sube to free passer na for ko ka was Saudi Arabia Pro League mo ni nyana se kasabno the way thing and so to planted for Rafinha. Now reported then Rebecca, our partners are supposed to Mobokono, Wamosaka 100 million euros bid, Omosaka 100 million euros bid. Basta Mobokono Tom, a planted for Rafinha. I'm a planted this way to my room. I was Saudi Arabia no for Kokosakai, and so to one of the class in today reported this one bar. Young one to man, that's what to Mobosha for Mammy. I brought you, your friend Lamiga Mal and Panama Sloy. Do not feel Lamiga Mal, a player, or second about Pastor Mobokono. Last season, Open player get told in Jesse Power, our Pastor Bobokuni Jesse, and generate a lot of money. And some animal Pastor Bobokuna, and your pronto for Lamin Yamal. Now, this is, Boston and put the 4 partners Lamin Yamal Justice, no, a month for to maintain, or money can't compare or more official store. And what Georgia Tbilisi, and my patron, the Tennessee Pastor Bobokuno, or more making a lot of sales. And some that day, a young Pastor Bobokunu say, or most of us beer another official store. And what Turkey. and Tim Pato Pasa Bobokono, as I ram, I will take care. Or more pure, more official stunty open. Basa Richard Jessia, or Aditin La Miyaba, and a further place no, on Sabakana for the Piasom, that Macquarie Sotamantano, I am Pasa Bobokuna Street, the floor, and so the part you went to man, that's what tomorrow we have to matter so. Now, we pattern on the part of Mabawano, who produce one generatistica, and the man Pasa Bobokunia Papa, the Tini a Tana Bonmonte, and the patronosum, the second, and the man Pasa woman's team no, one also generatistica, Papa for Tony Jessica, and see, a new report of free Pasa, Bobokunabasu, so they pa, Nami Patro already tell Thomas to kill, on a national team manager, and Tima England, national team Papa Nasio, the Patro. England for the say left foot that go through and will work up with the moment who beat that or the tenant carry sank at yes started the anti a woman and to be patron for improvement to be a my now so almost per se car or Papa the Thomas to get percent or improvement now cause to be reached the grand finale of the competition and to must almost cost one the pressure. So be down to our fine, so going down to the year, and your standard way there, a yellow standard, and on in Patrick England for the summer, or Bob Tesla to 20 summer, or added to be read up on your former player, and about Thomas promote Colonia or the Tuja, concerned already to the Thomas to kill.
Thomas Tuchel, he's not, he's not shown us anything that we haven't seen before. I don't think that you could turn around and say, he did a better job than Gareth Southgate did. So I don't subscribe to the theory, but it's up to the FA. They've given him a new contract before the competition started, which was a very strange move to me. And the FA have made so many bad decisions in the past, so I don't really trust that they're going to get this one right either. But as I say, I've got no real view on it. If they want to keep him, then obviously we want to see better Euros and then a better World Cup next time round. But I think, unfortunately, if he were to go, he can't really complain too much because the decisions he made in that semi-final were just not good enough. And they weren't elite when you want to win World Cups and you have to make big decisions and you have to, when you make substitutions to go to a back five and that completely backfires against you, you have to take the consequences. And the consequences when you're the England manager normally mean that there's a change. So let's see what they want to do. But I don't really hold up.
Jimmy read up and some of the two channel. Mammy, I brought you for the William Saliba. Mammy, the current picture no. Time my first national team training. Yes, you have been now branching it. And to Poku Fatu team, yes. William Saliba, yeah. The patron said, company sa branching for the William Saliba by operational. For 5 months, one team is kind from Arsenal Bobo Kono. A big crowd now entirely. Now me at one next season. Now when to me and kick a ball. I'm from Arsenal Bobo Kono. And me patron branching the day. Now me at one next week come and report it. About Arsenal Bobo Kono. Wabo Australia. Now for medical team not to my assassin. No more come first with Twitter branchia. The William Saliba. Arsenal pay the 4%. One man no pressure visa. Open campaigner. Wabomutimi League now. I got plenty for the William Saliba, which when you plenty for the Gabriel McGuice and team, the report. And that's what I want to buy. And about anyway. Now, me patch my coach, Sibobo Kurasuya. Mammy, I plenty for the Massens Lacroix. As we play with Shaking, about Crystal Poly Bobo Kono. Now, plenty way, Uko France national team Nasuya. Master would jet up plenty for the William Saliba to be more. And that's a plenty for the Tayo Shankuno Pamicano. On us want to be more. I got plenty for the Massens Lacroix. I was saying that day about Crystal Poly Bobo Kono. When we start planting that catcher Chelsea and put it for say, now me at my letting by next week. The patron Chelsea and put it for me. Eti woman Crystal Palace and put the phone call you enough. I brought for the Massens Lacroix. Woman church no munchuma and for my choice Bobo could have fed here. Already to the Penwa Patiashile, already to the champion also swamp pano. Eti Chelsea and put the federal coin Emanon Court. What I sent already to the Massens Lacroix. And so the me to my letter by next week. Chelsea and put the former year. Now between 60 and 65 million euros. Chelsea and put the former year. And the Crystal Palace Bobo could not have brought for the Massens Lacroix. And so be kind of Chelsea. Mama already till line now. Andras Messi Coachella Leo. Out to stand on the Poga Tomika. Do not feel no Messi. Or say about the Atlanta national team no. Nami and Tomami Patrocina, President Pache. The grand finale of the World Cup winning boot. Messi Messi. And then yeah, Juma. Ya said that I in a special boot at your mano. Adidas aye the special boot at the Messi nyamia to mochina me pacho when the boot already thing any Lionel Messi the greatest of all time the GOAT Obasha na for this year kind and so about the Atlanta national team to boot in the year and then we get to team the so Facebook this one and so read to do promoter follow now I shall now to Messi Tinapa you making come Messi Tinaba report and then we say Capata already to the Julian Alvarez was here can about let you come to Bobo Kuruwa power line Ninya say me patch already to the Alvarez airport say Massa and Samna I let you come to impede for the two and no, semi patch he is not for sale. Or now there's some ton so second and from a club of Pia Japa. One check training call report and training and from a let you come to Bobokono. This was what I said. One batono, no one could second at the pass of Bobokono. And you are branching for the Julian Alvarez, the Frida Soya, and so they pa me patch real matter and put the for sale. One more that financial power. I'll bet you to branching for the Michael OLISE Akovi. When we say a papa and says a Bamont to put a former Tonga, one bet to more than 215 million euros. Riaba to put the first way ready. Now report and then you may say Capatas in the Mia next week. Already to the Michael list and about to Bamont to put it for him public is up as well. Riaba to put the fuck catch already to the Michael list and say, Sao Pasao Qua, catch a Bamont to put it for Bramontain, but declare catch and Sancho for say. O person who free payment to Bobo could have printed a winner, sir. Sergeant or Bayer, no catch a payment to put the phone, sir. 10 time or Paswako. Mamma already telling you, Sir Moreno. Mamma in the training of faculty with the Snian Queen. Your Sir Moreno. The patron, Mamma, the ball working on an answer of physical ready. Now, what they are two teams, that's on me, Pato, Real Madrid training, no, and a good customer, put on your prepare. Now, some could talk to wear Real Madrid training, and I get your two teams, that's no, now, and 70 a torso pa, Pato, me and you to my way. Charles Bobo could within 5 minutes. Oma agreed deal with Aston Villa Bobo Kono out to a branch for the Morgan Rogers. Naka asked them pay for woman and more ready came or master to ask. And put the 14 come out, anymore, and I planted the water, and on the water, me patron, the catcher said, I think we're for the Morgan Rogers, almost pay between 116 million pounds and 120 million pounds. And purchasing pay the 4 quid, Aston Villa pay the 4, I say, Woma Teswa, almost pay 120 million pounds, Woma Teswa, 117 million pounds, no British record. Me patron chasing pay the 4 Jatum. Sasikano, Wobubetia, Adaba Aston Villa Bobokono, 117 million pounds. Wobutia Sasikan Deba Aston Villa, Namia Tuba, a free man to echo, already think any Morgan Rogers, Abia the medicals, Adaba Charles Bobokono, Obasan 6-year contract, and a Deba Charles Bobokono, and the Anon, a Charles Young Picker report concerning a branch for the Morgan Rogers of Aston Villa, were Chusu Chelsea ahead of Arsenal. Chelsea 4-2 Marco.
And Carve Solikol, who can bring us this breaking news. Carve, over to you.
Yeah, Chelsea have agreed a deal to sign Morgan Rogers from Aston Villa. The deal agreed means that it is going to be a record for an English player. Chelsea will be paying Aston Villa £117 million for the 23-year-old. Morgan Rogers, of course, is out here in the States at the moment with the England squad, but as soon as England return to